The run for state titles ends this week as hoop teams throughout the region battle for their crowns. Who stole the show and who has to wait till next year? Highlight, scores, and more straight ahead on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
The Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. He's going down the right sideline. He's going down.
Today's show is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Geico Direct Insurance.
Hi, and welcome to the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. I'm Sam Davis, sports editor with the Sun. Last week, title dreams were realized for area basketball teams as champions were crowned throughout the state. We start today with this bid by number 2 Southern of Baltimore in the semifinal round against the Clippers from Oxon Hill, who were riding a 14-game winning streak. The number 2 Bulldogs from Southern were looking to make it to their 4th title game since 1995. Having won the crown in each of those trips, they were not looking to be cut short by the Clippers. Which team made it to the big dance? Let's find out.
The Clippers from Oxon Hill were looking to avenge 2 straight losses in the state finals and for a chance at a 3rd trip to the dance if they could sidestep the number 2 Bulldogs from Southern. Clipper guard Richard Little will step it up early. He dishes to junior guard Bill Goss, who hits nothing but rope just inside the 3. Goss finished with 9. Bulldog Melvin Scott bites back on the inside, grabbing the rock and feeding to Keon Johnson for a 3 of his own. He would knock down a total of 9 for the night as well. But 6'9" senior Mike Sweetney moves his 270-pound frame into the middle for 2 of his game-high 19. He becomes a Georgetown Hoya next year. Melvin Scott wasn't into the future, he was into the moment as he breaks away for a team-high 15. Then Darshawn Lucky followed suit with this tray. He finished with 14. The Bulldogs trailed at the half 21-19. In the second, the Bulldogs and Scott kept pace, but 4 for 13 shooting from the field in the 3rd would be their demise. Oxon Hill rolls to victory and a 3rd try at the state 4A crown. Crowning moments for the Mustangs from Meade in the 4A West never became a reality either, as Quince Orchard, making their first tournament appearance since 1991, pulls ahead in the 4th quarter to seal their ticket to the big show, defeating number 16 Meade's Mustangs 57-50.
Thanks, Dave. Some title games were played late last night, so be sure to check out all the latest scores in today's Sunday Sun. For the rest of the results, let's turn to our Geico Direct scoreboard.
It was a cordial introduction prior to the start of this semifinal matchup between the number 7 Doves from Western and the 20-4 Clippers of Oxon Hill from Prince George's County. But that's where the courtesies would end. The Clippers cut through first as Sharetta Oliver pumps this one from beyond the arch for 3 of her 12 on the night. But Taisia Powell stormed back with a vengeance. She'll take it to the bucket for the deuce. She would end with 6, and the Doves ended the first, scoring 22. In the second, Rebecca Brunson, who's headed to Georgetown next season, takes control of the inside. She powers her way to a game-high 21. Doves junior forward Lillian Drumgold spread her wings before the break with moves to the paint and steals from the point. She finished with the team-high 17 points. Western on top at the half, 28-23. After the break, Samantha Williams broke to the hoop for 2 of her 6. And Steffi Tolbert breaks their momentum with this pick and the 2. She was good for 15 on the night, but it just wasn't good enough as the Clippers from Oxon Hill follow their male counterparts, advancing to the Class 4A state final with this come-from-behind victory over Western. Last year's 1A state runner-up Pikesville took on the Railroaders from Brunswick of Frederick County in this semifinal matchup. And the Panthers got their train rolling right from the start. Lance Fair takes the feed off the jump and lays it in for 2 of his 18. Junior guard Clement Sorgo stays on track. He races to the bucket for the deuce. Sorgo had 10 in the first quarter and led all scorers with 21. The Railroaders put steam in their engine in the second. Zach Borden drives to the hole and a chance at the stripe. And team leader Mike Dykes unlatched his caboose for 18 strong points in the paint. But the Panthers were too quick this night. Andrew Braver opens the Pikesville lead to 32-27 at intermission. He finished with 18. And after the break, Brunswick simply ran out of gas. The Panthers' lead opens up to 15 in the third and 10 in the fourth. They cruise to their shot at the state title against Crisfield. But Pikesville's run at Cole would end, despite game highs of 19 points and 10 rebounds from Clement Sorgo. Crisfield of Somerset County, which started 5 seniors, takes the Class 1A state title 42-37. It's the Crabbers' 8th crown, but first since 1982.
When we come back, the Randallstown Rams go for glory and the Class 3A state title. You don't want to miss this action next on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
There's a hospital in Maryland where a team of researchers are developing innovative, non-invasive cancer treatments. Doctors here are minimizing radiation exposure to healthy tissue by using three-dimensional images to target the exact locations of tumors, thus improving patient comfort, care, and success. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room.
This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team. We're going to take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. Hey, what kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Not every victory makes the papers. Achieve New Balance.
When the number 13 Randallstown Rams lost the Baltimore County Championship a few weeks back, Coach Kim Rivers saw it as an opportunity for his team to regain its focus, which is exactly what they did in a big semifinal victory last Thursday to send them to the big show yesterday. Their last 3A title victory came in 1995, and they faced a tough Paint Branch team from Montgomery County, ranked number 12 in the Washington area. They pulled a surprising upset over number 1 and previously unbeaten Annapolis in the semifinals on Thursday. Which team walked away with their first state title of the new century? Let's ask our Dave Goldman, who was there for all the action at our Dick's Sporting Goods Big Game of the Week.
Sam, before we head to the hardwoods, it's time to announce today's winner in the Dick's Sporting Goods $50 gift certificate giveaway. Johnny Bowers of Baltimore. You now have until the end of today's program to call this number, give your date of birth and social security number, and claim your prize. Anyone interested in becoming eligible for next week's drawing and a chance for a $500 grand prize certificate in April, stay tuned for details following the big game. After a 3-year absence from the state tournament, the Randallstown Rams faced off against the Paint Branch Panthers, who last won the 3A state title in 1977. And how's this for starters? Paint Branch opens with an 18-2 run. Sai Aluko wearing number 42, along with Mike Evans, who hits the 3, keyed the big start. Sai Oyanuga poured in 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting. The Rams get as close as 7. Barry Smith chipped in with a team-high 11 points and 4 steals. Here's one of them as he heads for the hoop. And Aaron Hutchinson also scored 11 points with 11 rebounds. The good news, both juniors coming back next season. But Jamal Wise also dropped in a double-double for Paint Branch. 15 points, 11 boards. The first quarter serves as appetizer, main course, dessert. Check, please. Paint Branch comes up a winner, 67-50.
Had a little letdown in the second quarter, but the kids did a great job, and they did so all year. And it's a great reward for them to win the state with all the hard work we've done.
It's just an unbelievable feeling. I mean, it feels like, you know, you're the best team in the state for 3A. I mean, that feels real good. We were real flat today. We didn't play our best basketball, but, you know, you got to come to play in state championship games.
Dave Odom, the Wake Forest head coach, once said it after a tournament game, big leads almost never last, almost being the operative word today for Randallstown. A 16-point deficit was too much to overcome. At Caulfield House, I'm Dave Goldman for the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. And back to UMBC and the Milford Mill Millers, who also found the state finals road tough. And again, it was the Duval Tigers from Prince George's County who denied the Mill a state championship. Just like last season, it's Duval raising the 3A trophy with a 41-33 victory.
Johnny Bowers of Baltimore still has until the end of today's show to call in and claim his $50 gift certificate from Dick's Sporting Goods. If you would like to enter our drawing, send a postcard with your name, address, daytime phone, date of birth, and social security number to the address on your screen, or send in the entry form located in today's Sunday Sun. All contestants will be eligible for our grand prize $500 gift certificate in April. We'll announce another lucky winner next week, so send in your entries today.
The Clippers from Oxon Hill entered their championship match against the powerful Wildcats from Arundel, who last won a state championship in '96. And the Cats roared out in front early. Nema Fauntleroy drives to the hoop too strong, but Kiana Washington was there for the follow-up and the lead. Next, Jill Morano hits this sweet jumper inside the arch. She finished with a team-high 15. The Wildcats were up by 4 after the first. Clipper sophomore Sharetta Oliver cut the Cats' lead down in the second, but Fauntleroy would open the lead back up to 11 with strong moves from under the board. She had 14, and Arundel was up 29-18 at intermission. After the break, the Clippers caught fire. Rebecca Brunson took control underneath. She finished with a game-high 24 as the Clippers cut the lead to 8. Brunson would pull them closer, this time with a kiss off the glass. Oxon Hill down by 4. But that's as close as it would get as Arundel hangs on for the Class 4A state title 61-55 over Oxon Hill. Earlier in the day, a Baltimore City champion was crowned. The Poets from Dunbar, behind strong shooting from Bonnell Baylor and Lakeisha Wills, take the Class 2A state championship over Linganore from Frederick County. Congratulations, Coach Ward L. Selby and the Lady Poets.
We salute all of our state champions as well as all the runner-ups for their great efforts throughout the year. And today, we honor these efforts by student-athletes from Sparrows Point High School who strive to be the best in the classrooms as well. Congratulations and keep up the hard work. After the break, we'll introduce our male and female athletes of the week and...
Coming up next is the best 5 ladies of the week on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. Yeah!
Are you an athlete if you only play for bragging rights? What if you inherit your uniform? Are you an athlete if your toughest competition is yourself? What if your role model doesn't even play a sport? Or if you don't play sports at all anymore? Are you an athlete? Always. Russell Athletic, durable clothing made for the long run.
There's a hospital in Maryland where doctors are taking crash injury research to the next level. A hospital whose doctors are analyzing real crash data to help advance orthopedic care. Where world-renowned shock trauma specialists are using their clinical experience to help automakers design safer cars. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Here's my idea. Make it easy to buy a cell phone.
With this new cellular and DSS support zone, Best Buy is unstoppable, Ed. You said it, Matt. Here we can see a customer being helped with his cell phone activation. He's connected and ready to go. Ooh, and this guy just made arrangements to have his DSS installed next Tuesday. That's a great play. Let's go down to Frank.
So what do you think of the new support zone?
It's great. Everything's in one place. It's really easy.
Well, there you have it. Helping you get connected the easy way. Best Buy. Now, that's a great idea.
Mandy Clark of Milford Mill and Rodney Jones of Northeast enjoyed championship performances last week. Mandy propelled the number 8 Millers to their 3rd straight semifinal appearance, and Rodney took the Class 4A/3A State Heavyweight Wrestling Championship at Western Maryland College. Let's meet Rodney and Mandy, our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
Every time I step on the court, I try to make a statement. You know, that Mandy Clark is a good player. I'm not going to hold back, you know, for nobody, because I want to win. I want to win everything. I'm a hawk, you know, on the basketball court. So that's basically to make a statement, you know, show everybody that I am good.
She's a hawk on the court, and she's soaring to new heights. Mandicova Clark is a rare bird. This 5'8" senior from Milford Mill, who is headed to Rutgers next year on a full scholarship, posted phenomenal scoring games prior to last week's state championships with a total of 82 points in 3 games.
I love the game so much, you know. If there's, I feel as though if there's no passion, then, you know, you won't come out playing as hard, you know, as you can. You know what I'm saying, to win the game.
She can just come in a basketball game and basically almost do whatever she wants to do. I mean, she kind of dictates the play, you know, and that's just with her ability. She's just God-given natural talent.
I try to give the crowd, you know, a little bit of flashy stuff, you know, let them get their money's worth, you know. I don't like the game to be boring, you know, and I'm sure the crowd don't like the game to be boring. You know, they pay their money, they want to see something. So I try to do a little bit of flashy stuff to get them pumped up and give them their money's worth.
And Mandy hopes Rutgers will cash in on her talents next year.
The coach tells me they need shooters, so hopefully, you know, I'll go there and contribute with, you know, some of my jump shots or whatever. And defense, you know, hopefully I can contribute some defense. And, I mean, just be, I don't know, just be the missing link. Whatever they're missing, you know, hopefully I can be that person, fill it in.
Mandy finished out her high school career as one of the premier players in the state. And Rodney Jones made his premiere at the state wrestling championships and found out what it's like to reach the top.
Pretty determined, and I want it bad. I always like to win, whatever I do. I played football, and I had a lot of yards playing football, and it seemed like since I wasn't really on a winning team, that I really wasn't getting recognized. And now that I'm winning a little bit in wrestling, I'm kind of getting recognized, and it really feels good. I like it a lot.
And Northeast Anne Arundel senior Rodney Jones has every right to feel good. He started this season as a basketball player, then decided it would be a greater challenge to wrestle. Little did Rodney know that when his teammate and close friend was declared ineligible for the state finals, he would have a shot at the heavyweight title and win.
It hasn't come to me like everybody says state champion. Wow, I'm like state champion. That's good. I'm not like state champion. Wow, you know what I'm saying? It's not. I mean, I like being a state champion and all that, and it's good, and I enjoy it, and I think that it was worth it. But I feel almost like I've been cheating because I've only wrestled for like 2 years, and all these people wrestle like so many years. You know what I'm saying? And they still haven't got their state championship.
Here he was going up against kids that had much more experience than he has. His athletic ability, his determination, his strength, all those things were key factors in him winning the state championship. There's no question about that.
I feel like this is just the bottom of the hill. I feel like I'm starting to step up the hill. I'm starting to do things now that are pretty good, and I just want to keep it up. And I want to do really great things. I have like pretty high goals, and I want to see how high I can go.
And we congratulate Rodney, and Mandy for reaching the top of our list as our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
Thanks, Amber. Now, for some more championship action, including the Outstanding Player of the Week, we turn to this highlight reel.
Sam, our champion highlight reel this week starts with this knock on the door as Lillian Drumgold tries to find her way inside. No one answered at first, then she found the key. The key to Oxon Hill's shot at the state crown on the men's side boiled down to not taking no for the answer. Several rejections did not stop Clipper Lamar Butler from gaining entree. Then for grand openings inside, Bulldog Melvin Scott says, "Thank you for the nice dish." And senior Mandel Frazier from Quince Orchard intercepts the veggie and puts the potato in the pot. And how about some stovetop stuffing from Brunswick's Roscoe Dorsey? But this stuff of dreams through the back door from Paint Branch's Jamal Wise earns our Best Buy Outstanding Play of the Week.
Today's Best Buy Best Cheer comes courtesy of the Lady Patriots from Old Mill. You are now nominated to be selected our Best Buy Cheer of the Year. Congratulations, ladies.
To win. W-I-N. Fight to win. W-I-N. Fight to win.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, featuring Dr. Andrew Tucker, a team physician for the Baltimore Ravens, who talks to us today about a common and potentially serious injury, a concussion.
Anyone taking part in a collision sport should know that concussions, or what's more accurately termed mild traumatic brain injury, can occur in those sports, and it should be reported. We have a lot of difficulties with people playing those kind of sports that think it's all part of the game, and once they get a ding or which is really a mild concussion where they're not feeling quite right, they may be a little bit forgetful, they feel woozy or dizzy. Those things need to be reported to a trainer or to a parent because failure to do so can have significant ramifications, the most important of which is if you get hit again when you're already suffering the effects of a concussion, usually you end up having a much worse concussion, or the symptoms after the concussion are much more prolonged. The common symptoms that are associated with it are headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, nausea, being forgetful, being slow, not being able to absorb things as quickly as usual, understand things, follow conversations. All those are symptoms of concussion, and the athletes need to be aware that it's not helpful for them to withhold information. It can only hurt them.
After the break, this young lady's positive outlook on life served as the team's centerpiece all season, especially heading into last week's championship play. Her story next as the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show continues.
There's a hospital in Maryland where in 1920, doctors first showed the world surgery could be performed on the heart. A hospital whose pioneering excellence continues today, with doctors developing advanced videoscopic procedures to reduce pain and recovery time. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room. This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team, we're gonna take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Yeah. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. What kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
It's happening again.
Where's it centered?
I got it. It's centered on Elwood Drive.
Go, go, go! Back, all civilians back.
2.7.
Yeah.
2.9.
Oh, I'm feeling it. Go, 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 go! Yeah! Oh!
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. Yeah!
Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
There's nothing flashy or extraordinary about Joy Gorham's skills on the basketball court, except to say they are consistent. What's impressive, however, about this senior from Western is her optimistic approach to life, both on and off the court. And her message to her peers and others is worth listening to.
I might not seem like I'm an outgoing person, and because of the way I am, my character tends to affect everyone when I'm on the court, when I'm off the court, in school, whatever. So I keep a smile regardless of what's going on, because I know if my day is bad, I don't want to make no one else's day bad.
Bad days come and bad days go in Western senior Joy Gorham's life. Yet despite the hardship, this gifted 3.7 honor student has found strength.
I've been through a lot, like a lot of stuff that maybe people my age haven't been through. So in some ways, I've been made to, mature faster. I went to Texas, I came back, my grandfather had died. Then my sister, she came down with something and had to have brain surgery. And my father had just called and had to be rushed to the hospital. And so he had to have a quadruple bypass. So it's been a lot that happened in my family, but it's brought us closer together. So, we're working hard to support each other, because it's like no matter who you are, the friends you have, friends come and go, but family is always going to be there.
And Joy always seems to be where she needs to be, whether it's grabbing rebounds for her team who made it to the state semis, or in the library hitting the books, preparing for the day she becomes a child psychologist.
I've always been self-motivated to show up to school, to do my homework, and pretty much everything, because I know it's a ticket to where I want to go in life. Sometimes my sports won't be there to fall back on, and academics is my priority.
And as a freshman next year at Northeastern University, where she received a full scholarship, Joy's priority is to take life one day at a time.
I learn from things. I take life, I don't take it for a joke, I take it quite seriously, but at the same time I like to have fun doing it. So I've learned that regardless of what happens, you need to push on. And I just try to make the best out of every situation. So that's how you can take it. It's not too much. Some things in life you have control over, other things you don't. So, I just take control of what I do have control over in my life, and I push forward. And the things that I don't have control over, I let go.
Thanks, Elena. By the way, at Northeastern next year, Joy will be replacing another former Western standout, Tisha Tinsley, a senior who was named to the All-Conference First Team this past season. And a reminder, be sure to check out today's Sunday Sun for all the final results of last week's exciting championship action. That's all the time we have for today. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great school week ahead.
Our Prep Athlete Awards are courtesy of Larry Beck, the Trophy King.